Donald Trump, the founder of the MAGA movement and undisputed leader of the Republican Party, entered his second presidency with a burst of political capital. However, that populist wave has waned, driven by hardline stands, unkept promises, unpopular policies, and a brazen campaign of lies. By late summer 2025, Trump's political capital has thinned, public approval has drifted downward, independents have cooled, and the national environment shows more headwinds than tailwinds for Republicans heading into the 2026 midterms. Multiple trackers now show Trump's job approval below water and trending worse than at the start of the year. As per the Gallup poll in July, Trump's approval fell to 37%, the lowest of Trump's second term, driven by a 17-point slide among independents since January. Gallup's August read still finds approval at about 40%, with weak issue ratings on the economy and foreign affairs. Historically, a 40% second quarter average is far below most post-war presidents at a comparable point. The YouGov mid-August survey reports now a second-term high in disapproval at 56% and a net minus 16 points overall. Issue-specific ratings show negatives on jobs, prices, and foreign policy. A recent poll by Morning Consult for the Century Foundation found that 60% of Americans attribute the rising cost of living to Trump's policies. Additionally, 63% say he negatively impacted grocery prices, and 61% report a general financial decline in their own lives. More broadly, nearly 80% of Americans express concern about the cost of living increase, with over 70% worrying about cuts to essential supports like Social Security and Medicare. The Century Foundation poll has revealed alarming trends. 25% of the respondents or someone in their household had skipped meals this past year, and 26% fell behind on bills. 48% said they couldn't afford an unexpected $500 expense without borrowing. Trump's tariff policy has been widely criticized as effectively the largest tax hike on the middle-class households in decades. Senator Brian Schatz has warned that families might pay an additional $5,000 annually, with dramatic increases estimated across goods, from homes to cars to even iPhones. Tariffs have generated $108 billion in 9 months and have impacted U.S. households significantly. An estimated 40% of the tariff costs fell on U.S. consumers, 40% on businesses, and just 20% on foreign exporters. Even within the GOP, there are signs of unease. Reports suggest Republican lawmakers privately fretting about the tariff bite on businesses while avoiding public breaks with the White House, an internal tension that complicates messaging and coalition management, evident in the disastrous town halls in recent weeks. Republicans remain united on border security, but broad majorities favor legal status over mass deportation, including for long-term residents, positions that don't align with hardline proposals. That gap limits the GOP's upside with moderates and suburban voters. Post-Dobbs politics continues to hit Republicans hard. Nationally, about 63% of Americans say abortion should be legal in all or most cases, a stable majority that has underpinned Democratic performance in numerous post-2022 contests, especially in the suburbs and among younger voters. Trump's second-term agenda has pulled the party away from traditional Reaganite economics towards tariffs, industrial policy, and visible state involvement, pleasing populist but unnerving traditional conservatives. That mix helped maintain base intensity while raising cross-pressure on business-friendly Republicans in swing seats, something the Trump administration needs to watch out for. Republicans currently hold a slim House edge of 219 to 212 with 4 vacancies, leaving little room for error. The White House is pushing mid-cycle redistricting in GOP-run states like Texas, Indiana, and Florida to shore up 2026 prospects, an extraordinary effort that telegraphs how precarious the majority is. Democrats have been overperforming in 2025 special elections, capped by a headline flip of a Iowa State Senate seat in deep red territory this week, evidence of the residual energy on abortion and local economic anxieties. History is blunt. The president's party almost always loses House seats in midterms, a trend since 1946. However, with approval underwater and independents unhappy, the default setting is adverse for Trump's Republicans in 2026. Overall, they are entering 2026 as underdogs to keep the House.
fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.